Hello everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to some more FatalZone. We got a few more videos in this. I think, so I've unlocked Firefighter, and I unlocked a couple of the other things that I needed to do, like 10 minutes as a bio and 10 minutes as a tank, just so that I would have them. And we've got the baseball bat here, and you guys keep telling me that this is the best weapon in the game. So we're gonna run this, and we're gonna do a noob because I found out that you can't really go into experienced with a fresh character. You kind of just get run over. In experience, there's new zombies. Some of them have guns, so there's like extremely, I don't want to say unavoidable because it is avoidable technically, but it's extremely hard to avoid damage. So yeah, we're just gonna get as many upgrades as we can now. This is the first run I've done as a firefighter. Is a baseball bat shooting? Are we smacking grenades? Like what are these things? Anyways, yeah. Toxic grenade. It reduces damage dealt by enemies. That seems terrible. Oh, it deals toxic AoE damage. I guess that's okay. I mean, we could try it out, right? Like, that's that's part of it. Although, I guess the downside of that is we're not getting the frag grenade upgrade, which is, like, been absurd, but it's alright. It's alright. So, yeah, there's been a lot of discussion in, in the YouTube comments and whatnot about what this game needs and whatnot. And, I mean, there's definitely places it needs to go, for sure. But I'm hopeful. If you guys haven't wishlisted this, do it. It'll help them out. Let them know that they need to fix some stuff. We're going for the quick bat here. So it's nimble. Nimble's pretty good. Strength drain. I think we did get that upgrade, so we'll be able to get I'm basically gonna try getting as many evolutions as we can on this run. And I don't know if we'll finish this raid, but I'm gonna stay as long as I can, obviously. I mean, the way y'all make it sound, like the baseball bat is like so strong that we don't actually, like, it won't matter once it's evolved, but we'll see. By that logic, we're just gonna keep upgrading it. I'm seeing that it would scale with projectiles really hard right now, though, so we'll have to see how that changes when it evolves. I've done a good job of, like, staying away from any other content of this game, of, like, anyone else playing, so it's all, like, a surprise to me. So I have no idea what the evolutions are actually going to look like. This feels much less stressful than the second difficulty, I will tell you that, though. That second difficulty is brutal on a fresh character. Which is fine, because you can get, like, a character to level 2 pretty quickly. Alright, we want that. The spiky balls are pretty good. Kinda can't go wrong with them. But yeah, I mean, even with, like, all my thoughts and complaints, if you've seen my other videos in this game, it's honestly, it's still personally, it's still just worth the buy as it is right now to play for like 10 hours maybe, and then hopefully they'll cook it into something amazing in a few months. Very similar to Vampire Survivors. I guess we take a grenade launcher here. Are we gonna reroll? Let's reroll. I guess we're gonna reroll again, because I don't want a dagger drone. Okay. That's fine. More bat upgrades. I do not know what's up with the some elites drop crates and some don't thing. I don't know if it's a luck thing or a skill issue on my part, but it would be really nice if it was more consistent. Yeah, let's just add another projectile, more bats, more balls. Is it just me, or is this entire game just about balls at this point? Baseball bat. The the Kusarigama. Now we're taking a mag pouch. Now we're taking the sucky. I mean, come on. I'll take the other mag pouch for immediate power. Bat upgrade. Okay, bat is ridiculous. What an item, or what a weapon. I don't want to pick that up yet. If we get a bat level up, look at that. It just cleared the whole area. You said the bat evolution's the best weapon in the game? I feel like the bat just baseline's the best weapon in the game. Alright, now we take grenade launcher. Okay, we can just pick this up. It doesn't matter. Like, okay. Plus, you get the move speed bonus for picking it. Like, that's a whole nother bonus, right? Like, you get an actually like really nice passive with it, which that's a separate issue we have with the game as far as like having to choose passives. I think that's an outdated system, but one that's easy to fix, right? We're just gonna keep zipping on by. Grenade drone. No, I'm just gonna keep taking the stuff we already have. So hopefully we can find passives that work for our evolutions, and we aren't forced into like not being able to pick stuff up, like what has been done to us in the past. I mean, maybe we could have started on the next difficulty. We'll see. Yeah, we go bat here. That AoE is absolutely massive. Now, I do think Firefighter, I'm pretty sure they start with a bigger AoE. Or it might be Magnet Area, one of the two. Take Mortar. I think Mortar is pretty good. These are not really the things I'm looking for. And we can't reroll. Take a drone, whatever, it's fine. So this is a no Biodestructor run, which is kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know how much that matters. Alright, so this should upgrade our bat to whatever it evolves into. Home run. Upon impact, the grenade explodes into fragments that break into even smaller fragments where they collide with the target. Each piece of shrapnel has the potential to explode. What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, well... yeah, obviously this is the best weapon in the game. It just hits everything. Also the FPS killer. I get it. I get it now. I get it now. Honestly though, I think the bat pre-evolution is kind of like a more interesting... or I think it's a more interesting item. This is obviously better and it's actually kind of cooler, but the other one is like... the way it like ricochets and stuff, I think is kind of neat. I guess we're gonna take damage here. Since we're apparently not getting offered the passives we need to level up our stuff. That's another problem with linking evolutions to certain passives. If you run out of rerolls and then you're just like stuck, what are you supposed to do? Good lord, this is chaos. Strength drain, okay. Not exactly the type of passive you really want, but at least it should, you know, at least let us see what the toxic grenade upgrade does. It does increase our toxic damage, though, which would have made biodestruction better. The drone looking worse and worse every second in comparison, but whatever. You live, you learn, you laugh, you get eaten by zombies. Seven minutes now. So all we need is the prolongation formula. I guess we want quick hands, right? You kind of always want quick hands. I guess that's a whole nother problem too, right? Like, when you have passives that some give you meta progression and some give you like combat power, is it a fun choice having to choose between them? It's like an interesting discussion, right? Because on one hand, yes, it is like, there is a point where it's kind of cool deciding, okay, I want to be stronger this run, or this run I'm kind of going to sacrifice for like material gain, with the fact that you can like escape early. I think that's important. But then, like, wouldn't it be better if you could just like pick as many different passives as you want? Maybe they were slightly less effective each time. Gonna keep taking toxic grenades so we can try and upgrade it and see what happens. Look at all them zomboids. So baseball bat's obviously ridiculous, huh? I like how every once in a while the sprite will swing the bat. Yeah. So the only things we're upgrading are the Kusarigama and the toxic grenade. So as of right now, that's all we care about upgrading, for the purposes of getting to see everything. Because I think I'm only going to do a couple more videos, like maybe this video, maybe like one more of this game before we move on to other stuff. And then we'll come back to this once it has updates, because I do really enjoy this and I like the overall scheme of it. But we've almost actually got most of the meta progression already, and aside from like beating, you know, harder difficulties and getting better survivors, these runs are a little too long and they feel a little too samey. But give them some time to work on that and it'll be good to come back. In the meantime, I think we're going to jump over to Hollow Cure, which it's a little wild to me, but there's also a bunch of games coming out in November. I've already got the code for that Slime 3K Despots game, Auto Battler, and I think Death Must Die also comes out in November. So those are two kind of like big ones coming out that I know are going to be good. Toxic grenade, yes please, yes please. A lot of suckies in this run, huh? Mortar. And then of course there's always stuff like backpack battles and more God of Weapons, like God of Weapons like theme runs until that update comes out. Let's go Toxic Grenade, so the next crate has a potential upgrade. Toxic Grenade upgrade. The chest dropped before. Okay. Creeping Death deals AoE toxic damage. Enemies within the AoE are weakened. Toxic puddles move towards the character. Okay. Oh. That's kind of cool. I don't hate that. I think it moves a little too fast. It's not really creeping. It's like sprinting death. I feel like sprinting death is a little more menacing, though. Creeping death is like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Like that It Follows movie. Whereas sprinting death is like, Final Destination. Just like, surprise! I'm here. No, I don't think we need to go back to HQ. I think we're handling this pretty well with the entire screen being just completely in flames. Oh, there was another airstrike. I think that was an unlock too. Of some kind. I don't know if it was armor or whatnot, but I know that was one of the things we needed. Like I said, there's still a couple things we haven't done, but that's all right. You could also definitely spend a bunch of time right now trying to get like the perfect character, which I feel like there's an optimal armor set for baseball bat, and then there's probably an optimal, you know, class. It might be this character. I don't know. I don't know what the best class is, but so what are we? Just take Killer Instinct, probably. Probably. But yeah, this is okay. Well, I definitely don't mind 3. So one thing I saw is that someone was mentioning, I don't know if it was the forums or my comment section, was that the drones, you know, because the drones feel bad at the beginning, definitely. You're saying that they actually become really good later on in the game. When you have like a massive AoE, like passives, I guess, from like mutations and whatnot. Mutations, armor, and talents. Which I guess can make sense if that, you know, if that circle that drone is rotating around covers like a quarter or almost a quarter of the screen, then I wouldn't feel quite so bad. But I even with that, I still don't feel amazing about it. I gotta say. Getting old. My back hurts. Do you want grenade launcher or mortar? I guess we take mortar. Just, I don't think it matters. Because the thing is, right, we're gonna level them up both to max all the same. What's our character's name? Ada. Ada Wong, firefighter extraordinaire. That might have been a time to take quick hands. I'm not sure. You know what I haven't played yet? It's the Resident Evil 4 remake. I don't feel like I need to play it because I played so much of Resident Evil 4 when it came out. I kind of like got my feel of it. Those are the type of games that I don't know. I don't feel like I need to replay those that often. Something about the story-focused third-person games like that are, you know, pretty linear. They don't do it for me, like redoing them a bunch. Whereas, you know, these roguelikes and stuff with very little story I could play for forever, basically. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Resident Evil 4 is like probably, I haven't thought about it in a while. Is Resident Evil 4 in my top 10 of all time gaming? It probably is. It's in the bottom half if it is, though. It's very good, though. So, I don't know. That might be something I have to put on my list. I don't know why I was thinking about it. Maybe the zombies. Not that, I don't even know if there's actual zombies in Resident Evil 4. Like any proper zombies. I feel like there's not. There wouldn't really be any reason for there to be zombies. You don't... I guess the only time there's zombies is when you're in the lab. I mean, when there would be zombies when you're in the lab. I guess there's definitely things that you could consider zombie-like. But I don't know. Too much. There's too many games out. Too many choices now. Amaterasu. I'm going to set something with black flame. Projectiles circle the mark continuously. I knew that's what it was going to be. Yeah. And it does kind of look like black. Honestly, they should just make it a black flame. So yeah, that's weird, right? You have to get the prolongation formula to upgrade it. But the upgrade itself completely ignores duration. I guess it does increase toxic damage, but it doesn't buff itself because it doesn't do toxic damage. I don't know, that's weird. That's a weird thing. Oh no, it doesn't. That's the other thing. That's the strength drain. Okay, so this does nothing. Huh. Yeah, that kind of feels bad. Also, I'm curious if extra projectiles increase the number of balls you have circling. Again, I think if you're just gonna call it Amaterasu, you might as well just lean into the Naruto of it and just make it a black flame, just that's circling you. Like, why not? I mean, there's already there's already a freaking talent called Isekai Hero, so we know the people who are making the game like their anime or manga. So just lean into it already. I think our weapons are all capped now. And with our weapons all capped, we are going to go quick hands. Quick hands. Just keep taking quick hands. Gonna have the quickest hands in the baseball world. Somehow we ended up with just a bunch of dark balls surrounding us. I don't know why that happened. Or Ada. I can't help but think that this build with Biodestructor instead of just drone would be like infinitely stronger. And then like I don't know. I don't even know if you need the Amaterasu upgrade as it is. What is that? I know what the drone is. What's the one next to it? Oh, this is the time. It's the shock everyone. Okay. All right. Well, I get to stand still for their mowing down. So have we gotten that re-upgrade now? Almost. I think Creeping Death is pretty cool. I think the AoE should be a little bit larger. And I think it should slow down a little bit. But then again, I guess the AoE doesn't need to be larger, right? Because I gotta remember that part of the whole core of the game, right, is your character's gonna get really powerful with the mutations. So if the mutations are sent to stay strong, then you don't actually have to buff that. But I will say that if you notice, we're at 19 minutes. This character had no XP gain to start with, and I took no XP gain plus throughout the map. We've gotten a bunch of magnets, aka sucky suckies, but so like that could attribute maybe 20, you know, maybe 21 minutes to be like on average, but we are completely. What the hell was that noise? It's like heard like a rabid zombie audio. Just like just random. I've never heard before. Weird. Anyway, yeah, we're at 20 minutes now, and our build is done. Done. So we got 10 minutes now of just like chilling. Now it does go faster because you're not stopping to. Thankfully, I was gonna say. Oh, that's a lot of resources. I was gonna say, thankfully, I will say the game does not stop you on level up anymore. We're level 69. That's nice. That would suck. But I don't know. I feel like once you've maxed out your character, something needs to happen. I was actually playing a little bit of Scarlet Tower just to check it out because it had a massive update, like the 9.0 update, and I've been playing it since like 4 or 5.0. Or 0.50, and it had the 0.90 update because it's not in full release yet. And that game has added a lot. I've still got problems with it because it's another 30-minute timer game. And it's Vampire Survivors, although it does look gorgeous. And it has like a whole talent system and a lot of stuff, but it's got, that's kind of all there is to it, right? It just does what it does very well. I don't want to evac. We're gonna finish this run. But like, one thing that it did add that I thought was kind of cool is during the run you can get these talents basically, and they were like basically these like random things that you could put up to like 40 levels worth of points into that did meaningful things, but each point you put into increased the effect of them by like a small percent, or the chance of activation by a small percent. And then they also had these like not stat points, but like specialization points almost into like 3 different stats, or 3 different, like, it was like, I don't know, it's like a, if you haven't seen Scarlet Tower before, it's like a Castlevania themed vampires. Well, that's redundant, right? It's a vampire themed Vampire Survivors, which is maybe the most redundant sentence ever uttered, but anyway, the point is the 3 like stats are like faith, occultism, and something else, and anytime you put a point into one of those, you get like a couple stats of like you know, either defense, magic defense, offense, crit chance, that type of like random stuff. And then it did something based on what your you know, specialization did, what your weapon specialization did, which is like, it still goes into a lot of detail. If you're interested, go check out Scarlet Tower. It's pretty cheap. It's a fun game. If you're looking for more Vampire Survivors games, that game has a lot going into it. It's got a lot of maps, it's got a lot of content at this point now. Highly recommend. It's just not my, I don't think I'm in the business for a pure Vampire Survivors 30-minute experience. It's got to be 20 minutes or less, or have some type of Halls of Torment, like nostalgia factor for me, or like in this case, the case of this game, the threat of permanent death for the character and like permanent growth is enough, but it still makes me want 20 minutes, right? But you know, if you get enough people watching the videos and then the devs watch the videos and I just keep harping on about the whole 20 minutes thing, maybe they change it to 20 minutes and it's like, hey, this is sweet now, and then all of a sudden the game's amazing. I'd be down with that. I do kind of like the idea of maybe you can bring multiple survivors in. And then, like, I don't know how you'd share, like, their power-ups, right? But you risk multiple people, but you also get, like, double the mutations. Maybe that way you could start with 2 starter weapons. And you just have them stand next to each other, similar to yet another zombie survivors. That'd be interesting, I think. Because, and forgive me because I do not remember the commenter, as I mean, I can't remember half of yesterday, so apologies about that, not being able to remember specific people's names. But someone did mention that part of the thing that was missing here, as far as the darkest dungeon part of the game, and feel free if you watch this to like comment that was you, is that you know, in that game, when you come back from a mission, right, you have 4 characters to deal with all their struggles from that adventure you just went on. Whereas this, you only have 1, and you have so many characters, you're not really dealing with that. You're just kind of alternating. So I kind of get it, and it kind of makes sense. So it would be interesting to like take out a few characters at once, and then have to juggle that. So I don't know. I think the devs have some definite decisions to make as to where the future of this game is. I mean, they could play it safe and just do more of the same of what they have, and it would be totally fine. I think it'd be totally fine, but I think it would just be fine. I think the safest route is rebalancing to just a 20-minute game and putting in more stuff. If you want to go crazy with it and try to make it really exciting, I think is when you start looking at bringing multiple people on missions. I do think also the maps need like points of interest and buildings and stuff. It would be really cool to you go into a building and you get like swarmed inside the building. I think that's a fun idea. You have to like weigh the difficulty, or like you pick up an item inside a building and that triggers an alarm or something, and then you like get rushed by a few elites. I think that type of stuff would be really interesting. But those are just my thoughts on where we are for now. Either way, I mean, it's still enjoyable for what it is. You enjoy the relaxing. We're getting a lot of meta progression stuff. Another sucky. I don't know. Is this character just like firefighter more likely to find these? Or is it because we're killing so many more enemies because of our baseball bat? Keep in mind, the only other time we've finished a run was with Max. And he was like coming in with like +9 projectiles or something ridiculous, and a million other power-ups. Now, obviously, he was using an SMG as a starting weapon, which is, well, when you compare it to baseball bat, it's like, imagine a toddler fighting Mike Tyson. That's about the power level difference. So that definitely matters, but like, yeah, there's a lot of balancing that needs to be done too. But the good news is, at least we got to see all these things. So one thing I haven't really thought about is, how do we feel about Toxic Grenade? And I can't help but feel like it's been almost not noticeable. Whereas Creeping Death feels like pretty good. Oh, Creeping Death is Toxic Grenade. Forgive me, it's been more than 10 minutes. Chipmunk Brain activated. Kasarigama is the other one. I don't know. If multiple projectiles increase the number of balls for it, I think that's good. I think otherwise I'd rather just it be the flames. But we'll have to see. I will take more progression. I don't even know if coins is what we need. It might be, because you need coins to like reroll characters and stuff. We're level 114 now. Good, there's an evac copter coming after we've already won. It is a nice touch that this game doesn't have some monster that comes and offs you at minute 30. Since, you know, you get to keep your character. That would have been a little bit awkward. I can see how this is an FPS killer, though, when you add the frag grenade. All the achievements, please? Okay, so we unlocked Firestorm, Gigantism, Molotov, Incendiary Ammo, the Shocker, and the Boomerang, a nasty Boomerang. We killed 50,000 enemies. Let's see what the passives we got for Ada are. That was extremely easy. Baseball bat, slightly OP. Alright, well this is orange. I didn't even know orange existed. So duration and stun down. Well that's incredible. 28% physical damage and 9 smarts. 6 duration sucks, 4 duration sucks. 1% reload speed's terrible. 11% duration. 34% greed. Okay, well, I think we want to get rid of this one. And we kind of want to get rid of some other ones, but we'll have to figure that out as we go. It's funny that I think, like, these will go away while you're not playing the game. You don't have to be in game for this to, like, be removed. And then what's, like, missing here? Superior ammo. These two things, we have to win a run as those two. Some extra armor here. And that's about it till we fully unlocked it. I refresh to unlock something. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Quentin, he's got a boomerang. Actually, our thing's full. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, she's also level 4. Let's see what talent she can get. She can get AoE up by 30%. That seems quite good. Oh shit, starting magnet up. Okay. +1 projectiles. Well, that seems good. Then physical damage up by 30. Oh, at close range. Just up projectile speed, I guess? I don't know. Seems pretty strong. Oh, we get to upgrade our weapons workshop now, so our bat can be even stronger, because it wasn't good enough before. For sure. Oh, Max gets an upgrade too. All right, well, we kind of crushed that. I don't know. Yeah, the bat is the best weapon. It's not close. Bat plus frag grenade. I don't know how you're ever supposed to beat that. Problem is Max is kind of weak now because he's stuck with this stupid pistol when everyone just wants a baseball bat. But I don't know. Good job, Ada. You did it. Anyways, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. And I will see you later in the next video. And by later, I mean tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Jeff out. Bye.